Representative Doug Lamborn is a Republican of Colorado, and he's the guy that introduced the most unnecessary bill in the history of Congress. That's really not even hyperbole. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's a bill that protects Christmas.
All right, good morning to you and Merry Christmas Eve. Christmas Grinches have somebody new to answer to.
A bipartisan effort recently introduced in Congress would strongly disapprove of any attempts to ban specific references to Christmas.
Yes, indeed. And here to explain it all is the congressman behind this effort, Doug Lamborn of Colorado. Good to join you, sir. For you to join us, rather. And Merry Christmas Eve to you.
Good morning and Merry Christmas to you.
So tell us about your plan.
H.R. 448 is a bipartisan resolution to protect Christmas. It says that we should, as a country, protect the symbols and traditions of Christmas and not put up with any attempts to ban the symbols and traditions of Christmas.
So we have what your bill would protect that we can tell everybody. Saying Christmas, displays like nativity scenes, and singing Christmas-themed songs at school as well. Why do you think this is important? I mean, has this just gotten more and more out of hand by the year?
Well, you know, it certainly looks that way. There is a vocal minority that is offended at the rest of us who want to celebrate Christmas. Now, Christmas is obviously a cultural and historical celebration, but it's also a religious celebration. And just because someone is offended doesn't mean that they can shut down the religious celebration or acknowledgement of every other American.
The bill protects saying the word Christmas because obviously us liberals are trying to ban that. It's not like that word and all others are protected by the First Amendment to the Constitution, is it? No, couldn't be. It protects nativity scenes, which is unconstitutional on government property, unless, of course, you allow all religions and non-religions to put up their own display if they so choose. And to be clear, we have no problem with you putting up nativity scenes or any religious stuff on private land because it's your private land. Just in the government, there's an issue because of the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment, which says the government can't favor one religion over another or favor religion over non-religion. And probably my favorite one, it protects Christmas carols. Because there's a war on Christmas carols. Fox News has been pretending that schools don't allow people to sing Christmas carols. Totally made up, totally debunked. I know my partners over at TYT, they did some investigative reporting on this. One of the guys just called up a school that Fox News was bashing, saying, they don't allow them to sing Christmas carols. One of them called them up, and they're like, we have no idea what he's talking about. We do allow everybody to sing Christmas carols. They just made it up. I love that, because if you dig a little deeper, you find it's all nonsense. But here's what he says, quote, just because someone is offended doesn't mean that they can shut down the religious celebration or acknowledgement of every other American. Then that tramples on the rights of those Americans. This is what the guy who came up with the Protect Christmas bill said. Yes, that's what you're doing. Every line of that is projection. Just because someone is offended doesn't mean they can shut down the religious celebration or acknowledgement of every other American. Exactly, which is why you can't shut out a Hindu display or a Festivus pole or an atheist display during the holiday season in the government property if you're going to put up a nativity scene. Then that tramples on the rights of those Americans. That's what you want to do. You're passing a bill that says we're protecting nativity scenes and Christian stuff, but nothing else. So you're the one who's trampling on the rights of other Americans who are non-Christians. These guys, they were born without the capability to detect their own irony.